Hi everyone, happy Saturday. Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. So I did not have the time to do an official Easter video, nor did I have the time or the clothing to get like all the babies dressed for Easter and stuff like that. Something to look forward to for next year as I start, collecting more clothing and stuff for the babies. So right now, I just finished doing a few photos of Kenzie with Harley and Jameson over here. They just look so cute. And yeah, so I had them kind of set up here, prop to do a few photos. And then Miss Asphoria was just available, and I had put her in this, I think it was yesterday, her little pink whatchamacallit outfit. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. This was actually her coming home outfit. It's a two-piece heather pink. It's a footed outfit. And it has a little pocket on the front with two bunny ears on it. And it is side buttoned. I think this was an Ellen DeGeneres outfit, if I'm not mistaken. But this is what Asphoria came home in. And I thought it was, Eastery because it has the little rabbit ears on it. And it's pink. It's very snuggly. It's chilly. It's definitely not like a springy kind of Easter here on Long Island, New York. I don't know the exact degrees out, but it's really not warm, and it's not going to be warm tomorrow. We expect to pretty much be inside, which we will be going to my parents' house tomorrow to celebrate Easter. Yes, Grammy and Grampy, what the children call my parents, Grammy and Grampy. And my oldest daughter, Amber, will be there with her boyfriend, Steven. They are living together now. They've been together several years, so we will very much enjoy seeing them as well. We really don't get to see Amber that often. She works... Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Let me just shut this door because I'm going to keep losing my train of thought, so just backing you up a minute. What was I saying? I'm sorry. And we have the cat on the bed. This one that's Sophie. Yeah, that's Sophie. So, yeah, so I don't get to see Amber that often. She lives about 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes away. And she is co-owner of a very high-end beauty salon over in St. James, New York. And she works, quite a lot. In the summers, I know that they have an account out in the Hamptons where the crew of her salon goes to, they have to sign some sort of disclosure. It's some like famous person, so we don't get to actually know. But they're like their on staff, hairdressers. They probably do makeup and stuff as well. I'm not 100% sure, but the past few summers they've been doing that account. And then her boyfriend works quite a bit too. I think Sundays is their only day off together. They have limited time off from work, together. And he has a lovely family, so they have that side of the family as well that they see as well. I know he has an adorable little niece and nephew. He has very, lovely parents. And they actually have an apartment off his parents' house, that's where they're currently at. So it is a treat to see my oldest daughter, and of course, it's Easter tomorrow. So I did not want to let, the holiday pass, without coming on and wishing you all here a very happy Easter. everyone here in this community has become a big part of my life, and I've made some really wonderful friends here. So, I just wanted to let you all know that, I'm thinking of everyone and wishing everyone a happy holiday. Again, I couldn't let that go by, even though the babies aren't. If I had time, I would have gotten out like some Easter props and dressed them all up and done some nice pictures and done some sort of, Easter video. But like I said, there's time for next year. I started to realize that I can't do everything all at once. This is a hobby. I'm collecting. Collections are meant to grow through the years. You're supposed to grow in a hobby. And, when I do things, sometimes I just start, I go out all hell's bells and go big or go home, and I, as you all know, I've brought a lot of, babies in very quickly and stuff. But again, I started to realize that, it's time to take a step back and enjoy all the beautiful new babies that I have, and enjoy, all the other aspects of being here, which of course I have been, but I'm just, just making a point that, I just kind of came to my own conclusion that everything does not have to be done all at once. So I wanted to talk a bit today, and hopefully I'll have time to get it in. Gabe's kind of just running about. He's in and out the back door, playing between, outside and inside. I have some lovely stuffed Cornish hens in the oven. I won't be cooking tomorrow. My mom will be doing that. And now that my daughter is, living on her own with her boyfriend, they're the younger ones. They get first dibs on the leftovers. We let them take the leftovers, and then, my parents will keep, because it's just the two of them. So if they keep a few days of, a few dinners for themselves so that my mom doesn't have to cook, and then my daughter and her boyfriend could take home, a meal or two, so they don't have to cook. I was always the one for years that took home the leftovers. And now our family is so big with, I have Noelle, Destiny, and Gabriel. We're a family of 5. So just to have one meal of leftovers, we would have to take it all. So anyway, I know I won't be bringing home leftovers. So Cornish hens were on sale. It's been years since I've made Cornish hens. So I made a really nice stuffing, and I stuffed them, and, I'm going to make some green beans with almond slivers and some, baby potatoes. And I did the Cornish hens with, I did seasoning and a nice, duck sauce on it. And I stuffed them with a cranberry stuffing that I made. So it should be good. And then, tomorrow we'll eat at my parents', and then, Monday we'll have that nice, leftover dinner. Because, even though I don't have to really do much, we're going to my parents', it's still, a holiday, and getting up and going out. You're always tired the next day after a holiday. I don't want to have to cook, on Monday. So I thought I'd talk a little bit, seeming, it is Easter tomorrow, and, it's a holy holiday. I know a lot of people, do go to church and stuff on Easter Sunday. Well, a lot of people go to church every Sunday, but, a lot of people that don't go to church every Sunday, will still kind of go on Easter, and Christmas Eve, those types of holidays. So I just thought it was a nice opportunity to talk a little bit about friends and God. So yes, I am going to talk a little bit about God and religion. So if that's not for you, please feel free to, tune out at any time. But like I said, it is Easter tomorrow. And being in here in this community since, let's see, when did I join? I started collecting a bit prior. It was probably right around this time of year last year. It's probably been about a year since I've been collecting. But it was, I believe it was like mid to late September when I decided to open up the Instagram account for my reborns so that I could share, pictures of my reborns. I had no idea that there was a whole community of people. I learned pretty quickly in having the Instagram account that there was. And I had begun right around that time watching YouTube videos. Then I kind of discovered, because I was like looking up how to make like the fake milk bottles and things like that. So I was like looking up like how to videos on like modifying bottles and things, and then discovered that there was all of you here on YouTube and a whole community here on YouTube. So it wasn't long after, I think it was like mid-October or possibly towards the end of October, where I had to create a channel to be able to comment on videos that I watched. And I decided, what the heck? And the Twinkies came home at that time, and I really wanted to share their box opening. And that's when I started my channel. So I've been here with you all on YouTube since, sometime in October. I'm not sure exactly the date. So being around however many months that is, I'm not great at math off the top of my head. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, like about 6 months. Say, call it 6 months. So being around in the community, approximately 6 months, and I've made, some really nice friends, some that have become, very close friends. And as I said, you all have now become, a big part of my life. And, as is any community, friendships, hobby where there's, a whole community of people, when you get on YouTube and you share, you begin to reach a lot of people and make a lot of friends, acquaintances, whatever it may be. You're conversating with, a lot of people, whether it's just you comment on my videos, I comment on yours, or we, speak outside of YouTube, whatever it is, we're all connected is my point. We are all connected. Now, I know all the drama and things that go on, and I'm not going to talk about that today. That's not the point of today. I am aware that some of you all, do not get along and da-da-da-da, and really, my simple advice is, it's a big community. Not everyone is going to be everyone's cup of tea. And if you don't like someone, go make friends that you do like and stay away from each other. That's my whole thing. And I understand that that's not as easy as, that's easier said than done, and that situations come up. But again, if you all, just focus on your happy place and being here and, finding the people that you do click with, that's always best. But what I did want to focus on, and what I brought up, talking about God, is that we have the power of prayer here. Many of us here in the community, that have made friends and know each other, know that everybody here has stuff going, I don't mean everyone here has stuff going on in their lives. I mean, every human being, on this earth has stuff going on in their lives, whether it's not themselves directly, it's a family member, whether someone is, sick or just going through hard times or whatever the case may be. Everybody has, stuff, and everybody, and some more than others, and some people's situations are more grave than others. And, that is life, on this earth. But what my point that I'm trying to get at is that We are all connected here. I truly believe in the power of prayer. And when I talk to people and friends or acquaintances or people that comment here, and you may bring up a situation in your life, and I say, I'm praying for you, or I'm keeping you in my prayers, or your children in my prayers, or your family member in my prayers. I'm not just saying that as a pleasantry. I don't talk about it often, but I am a very spiritual person. And, of course, as you see, I believe in God, and I truly believe in the power of prayer. So when I say that, it's not just words, it's not just a pleasantry. I truly am praying for you. And, I think that that's important to remember, that we have this gift of this technology that we can all, reach many, many, many people. And, we're all here, for the love of this hobby. And most of us are here to, make friends and relationships and grow in the hobby. And, it's really important to remember the awesome gift that we have of this communication, and that we do have the ability to pray for one another. So I ask you all, today and this Easter, to please take, a moment or two or more and, pray for the people that not just in this community, but everywhere. Pray for the people that are less fortunate than you, and take some time to pray for people that that are struggling. And you know what? It can't hurt, ladies and gentlemen, even if it's someone that you don't care for, or you've perhaps had a run-in with, now would be the time at this holy holiday to put your differences aside and pray for one another. So even if someone has even, hurt you deeply, you still have the power to pray for, that person. Perhaps that person might have hurt you because they have something, deep within themselves going on. And that's their way of, coping and dealing. You don't know until you walk in someone's shoes, and rarely do you walk in someone's shoes. So, please take that into consideration. And again, please pray for one another. You all are, here and aware of, many, many people here and in the rest of the world that, are sick and suffering in some way. And again, and pass that along, and, pass along the message of the power of prayer, because I certainly believe in the power of prayer. And any of you all that do, please take the opportunity this holiday, and always, of course, but I'm just taking the opportunity this Easter to pass along that message. And again, to remember that we have an awesome responsibility here. I think technology has, in a certain respect, gotten far ahead of people and out of control in a certain respect. It's hard to control what our children are doing on the internet. Things kind of get all out of whack. People hide behind the screen to say and do things they normally wouldn't do. All kinds of not good stuff is associated with technology, but there's also all sorts of great stuff that enable people, family members all over the world, to communicate with one another, people to connect, like we all connect here. We all would not know each other, or we would likely not know each other, not even know that the others exist, if it were not for the common love of the doll collecting and being in this community. Most of us never ever would have met or crossed paths, God has gifted us that, and it's gifted in, the form of, the technology and the communication. So please accept that, gift and do good with it. Do good with it always, but please, again, when I shut the camera off and, you go on about whatever you're doing, please truly take the time to stop, even if it's just one person, stop and genuinely talk to God and say a prayer. God is there. God is here. God is everywhere. He is all around us. In everywhere, everything, every human being that you encounter in life, God is in them. We are all God's children. At the end of the day, we are all equally God's children, every single one of us. So that is my message for Easter, this Easter. Sorry it was a little deep. Well, I'm not sorry, but it was a little deep. But that's what I had to say to everyone this Easter. And I wish for all of you to have a wonderful, happy Easter with your family, with your friends, with whoever you celebrate. Embrace the day, embrace each other. Remember that no single one of us has the promise of tomorrow. Enjoy the day that the Lord has given us. All right, everyone. Have a very, very happy Easter. And if I don't get back on, I will likely see you all on Monday. All right. God bless.